Sherry often screams my name. Sometimes she needs a towel. Sometimes she can't reach a dish. Sometimes she's just pissed off. After 8 years of marriage, I've become an expert at deciphering her screams. It's a gift. In fact, if there was a game show called Name That Scream, I would be undefeated. David! Ooh, I know that one. Sherry just realized I forgot to record Lost. I was dozing on the couch one night when she ran into the bathroom screaming. We were living in a funky coconut grove cottage surrounded by overgrown trees and tweaked out lizards. As former New Yorkers, we found the vibe rustic. Therefore, its funk was entirely acceptable. But after 2 years of coexisting with worms, ants, and spiders, the charm had slowly rotted away like the floorboards of our bedroom. We discovered they were decaying after one of Sherry's stilettos poked a hole through to the foundation. David! Oh my God, David! This scream was new and unfamiliar. I went to the door and turned the knob. It was locked. What's wrong? There's a rat! I saw a rat! Where? In the kitchen! Where in the kitchen? I don't know! New York rats are arrogant and hardened. They've seen every trap and are immune to poison. Whenever they showed up in apartments past, I let them be. They always survived anyway. I assumed that Florida rats were slow and naive. And lacked the urban skills of their northeastern cousins. Dealing with this inexperienced rodent would not be a problem. The rat, it turned out, was a tiny mouse cowering under a cabinet. We locked eyes and the mouse bolted along the baseboard into the living room. A more savage male might have used his bare hands to grab the mouse. I grabbed a Swiffer. A shriek came from inside the bathroom. David, what the fuck is going on out there? He's loose, I yelled. Your screams are frightening him. For my birthday that year, Sherry had given me the same model Underwood typewriter that Kerouac used when he wrote On the Road. The typewriter was meant for traveling and came with a small carrying case. I cornered the mouse, and he leapt inside the case. God damn it, I hollered. He wants to write a book. The mouse peeked out from the rim. He was so cute. I couldn't bring myself to bash him with the Swiffer. I decided instead to release him back into the wild. I apologized for interrupting his novel, scooped up the case, and carried him outside through our screened-in patio. The mouse jumped out of the box and scurried under the washer-dryer stack combo that was shoved in the corner. Our house had no basement, so this area also doubled as a laundry room. I grabbed a giant roll of extra screening and trapped the mouse behind the washer-dryer. Inside the house, Sherry screamed. Please tell me what is happening! I'm going to Home Depot. Oh God, she whimpered. Don't leave me. Sherry, relax, he's outside. I called her from the car. Everything's fine. I'll be right back. I was carrying him and he ran behind the dryer. I'm going to get a trap and some peanut butter. Right before I hung up, Sherry screamed, We're out of toilet paper! When I got back to the house, I smeared the peanut butter on the mousetrap and set it near the screen. The next morning, I scooted the trap out with a broom handle. The only thing left was a dot of Skippy and half a tail. It seemed that the mouse had snacked, gotten caught, and yanked himself free. I felt horrible. My intention was never to cripple. Just to set a trap and let it do the dirty work. If only he hadn't been impatient and allowed me to liberate him. Now he was disfigured. Possibly suffering from trauma. I looked behind the washer-dryer and could see a squirming nub. Sherry came outside. Well, he's not dead. He's injured. I think I need to put him down. She slammed the door and ran back in the house. Whenever I get stuck in moral dilemmas like these, I call my best friend Christian. He's a red-blooded badass. Usually, his advice is some variation of, fuck it. Or, don't be a pussy. Listen, he said, when we were cavemen, we killed shit all the time. It's in you. Summon the caveman. I pleaded. Will you stay on the phone with me? Christian stayed on the phone. I flipped the broom over, bristles up, and stabbed blindly into the void. Oh, Jesus, man, this is gross. Don't be a pussy, dude. Christian laughed. Is it squishy? I gagged. It's not squishy. It's solid. Something didn't feel right. I rammed the handle down once more and heard a squeal. Not a tiny mousy squeal, a menacing, angry squeal. I used the broomstick to drag the creature into view. It came out tail first. The body was much fatter and more bloated than I remembered. I shivered. What the hell was in that peanut butter? Holy shit, Christian, the mouse is gone. Christian laughed, muttered something about bravery, and hung up the phone. Apparently, at some point during the night, the mouse had escaped, only to be replaced by a much bigger and nastier beast. I had been slamming the broom into the thick, tough head of a snarling possum. I held back tears. The jaw was mangled, but there was still plenty of fight left. When he flashed his broken teeth at me, I screamed. I screamed, Sherry screamed, the possum screamed. I've never killed an animal, but this animal was ready to strike. I decided that instead of getting rabies, I would have to end its life before it lunged. After all, it was maimed because of me. The right thing to do was put it out of its misery. I pictured myself wearing a loincloth, and I began beating. After a half hour of carnage, the fight was over. Christian was right. I am a man. Christian told me later that Native Americans believe when a possum appears in your life, it means your true self will be revealed. 2 weeks later, Sherry and I moved into an apartment. She doesn't scream much anymore. She feels safe now, and I know I can protect her. That's all she ever wanted. Unfortunately, I had to kill the messenger to get the message. We haven't seen any mice in our new apartment. The floors are marble, and it's highly unlikely that a possum knows how to use an elevator. Thank you.